soul to spirit, moving from human to divine in 3 main stages. Step 1, becoming human. What does it mean to be human? What is the purpose for being alive? After all, life is short and we can use our time here in different ways. And though all of us start out on the path of becoming human, if we put forth effort, we can accelerate through that stage and recognize and enhance the soul and spirit within us. The problem is, as we grow, we look out into what we call the realm of the 5 senses or the external world only to get the happiness we seek. Which is why the majority of humans view life as climbing a sort of ladder of success, where the goal is to get to the top so that you can acquire all the security, money, pleasure, sex, and power you need to live life happily ever after. Or at least, that's what most people believe. Now, there's really nothing wrong with that. I mean, congratulations. You have individualized. It's part of being human. Being human means you have developed yourself as a distinct individual who can stand apart from the crowd. To put it another way, you have become an integrated personality. You are conscious of your unique gifts and can use those gifts effectively as you look out into the world of the 5 senses. As an integrated personality, you have learned to master your physical body, emotions, and thoughts so that they do what you want them to do. You reached a point in evolution where you are able to fulfill all those desires we just talked about: money, security, pleasure, sex, and power. You're ready to take on the world and achieve your heart's desires. But as an integrated personality, temptations are everywhere. To see yourself as a master of the universe or view yourself as so superior, your job is now to dominate and rule over others, which means you risk becoming separative, dividing the world into the haves and the have-nots. And you'll have to learn how to move through the stages of becoming materialistic and atheistic, causing you to deny the existence of the inner realms. You may even become power-hungry, selfish, destructive, and dictatorial if you are not careful. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but most humans go through a process that leads them to discover that life lived through the world of the 5 senses, where the purpose is to acquire stuff, doesn't quite cut it. They're still not happy and wonder, is this all there is? Of course, if stuff doesn't make you happy, maybe relationships will. So that's why most humans go looking for a soulmate, get married, have children, and they seem to have it all. And that's why they're so puzzled. Why does it still feel like something is missing? Until we reach a crisis point. After having tried the path of becoming human and discovering it didn't lead to lasting happiness, we are ready to search and discover if there really is something more. And there is. Step 2, becoming soul. The soul-infused person retains their individuality, but they rediscover what they sensed as a child, that true happiness is only accessed beyond the world of the 5 senses. We can only find it by looking within. This leads us onto something known as the path of initiation, where we go through a process of purification and illumination, getting ourselves ready to undergo what we call initiation or enlightenment experiences. In these teachings, we will focus on 3 of these, revealing the processes that each initiation requires and the pitfalls that we encounter upon each. The first two initiations help us become the soul-infused personality. Here, the integrated personality is infused with soul qualities like compassion, wisdom, discernment, right action, inclusivity, harmlessness, and joy. The soul-infused personality is also simultaneously becoming more global in consciousness externally and aware of what exists beyond the realm of the five senses internally. Eventually, both the inner and the outer worlds are navigated consciously so that as above, so below. But this process is not always a smooth one. Obstacles from within and without often interfere. That is why we must learn to navigate and resolve these obstacles successfully, which is something these teachings focus on. Which leads us to the last step, step 3, becoming spirit. The more we become the soul-infused personality, the more we are ready for the next step, becoming spirit. Whereas the path of initiation reveals our oneness with all that is, the path of identification encourages us to embody and become that oneness. Also, whereas the path of initiation causes us to become more planetary in our consciousness, the path of identification trains us to become more universal. As spirit, or monad, we learn to live both within the manifest and unmanifest realms of spirit simultaneously. We become free from glamour, which is made up of emotional reactions and egotistical self-referencing. We become group conscious, where we fully retain our individuality, but we are actively using our skills in service to others. We also become more and more systemic in our thinking. Eventually, we achieve continuity of consciousness, where we remove any breaks in our everyday and night awareness, so we are capable of always knowing and acting from the oneness of spirit. Which leads me to this, an invitation for you to begin, or if you're already on the path, to continue. Want to learn more? The Soul to Spirit training can help you. Though it uses one primary approach to spiritual realization, it integrates other teachings whenever possible. That way you have a more global understanding or synthesis of Eastern and Western approaches to spiritual truth. As of now, Soul to Spirit is busy creating books, upgrading the current videos, and providing one-on-one training to help you realize more fully who you are as you become human, soul, and spirit. Here's how you can get started. First, you can purchase one of our books or set up a one-on-one spiritual guidance session. Visit our website for more info at soul2spirit.com. You can also help us write more books and improve upon these videos. When you do, you will get copies of charts, our books, and an inside look into our process and what's next. You can do this by becoming a patron at patreon.com/soul2spirit. Enjoy this YouTube channel? Then feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Namaste.